Backlash by the Bioside. Oh, I was supposed to do this really cool intro, and then the food I was eating just went up my nose. So it's like I have a booger right now, but it's not a booger. It's corned beef or roast beef. This is Backlash by the Bioside, in case you're wondering. Holler if you hear me. Holler if you remember this this tune that I'm playing. The former opening to the show before we got shut down by because YouTube is stupid and thinks that this song. This guy wrote me like a giant letter signing this song off to me, saying I could use it and all kinds of shit. And then the dude then I couldn't use it. I was like, sorry, YouTube pulled the plug on that. Anyway, the funniest comment of the night so far in the room is Seam Play saying, oh yeah, you know, Dan Cronin. By the way, how does he know my first name? What the hell is that about? Who's Seam Play? Why do I know that person? I mean, I know you. I've seen many of your comments. Do we know this person in real life?
I don't know, because they said we were going on soon. How the fuck they know that?
I don't know. They're freaking, they're listening to us. They know. Chris Tostovich will not be with us tonight because I believe his wife is giving birth.
Oh, jeez.
And so we wish her luck tonight as she tries to push a human being out of a vagina that will never, ever be the same again.
Where did you get an 82nd Airborne Sergeant EDU top?
I fucking killed the guy.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is a weird story. So I went into this bar, and this dude was talking some crazy shit. I hit him over the head with a Jack Daniels bottle, and I took his jacket. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. My mother's ex-boyfriend, who was a douchebag, by the way, I think we've been over that. He actually left a ton of stuff here, and when I was a kid, one of the things that like I found in his shit, she was like, you can have all his old clothes, and I was like, I never wanted any of this stuff, but one of the things I pulled out was this. I thought this was cool.
It's badass. He made Sergeant, and he was that much of a shithead?
See, I don't know. I really don't know the story behind that.
I'm looking at it. He made Sergeant. 82nd Airborne is a prestigious division.
Yeah, you know, for all I know, there could be a sad backstory behind this thing. I don't even have a clue. I wish I did know, to be honest. It could be, you know, one of his friends or something. It could have been his. You know, I just don't know, and that's the real answer. And so I'm going to just pretend that I was in the Army. We all know that's not true because I wouldn't do it because I'm just not that way.
Why not?
All
I did was get laid and travel the world.
Well, I mean, I did that, but I stayed home. But no, it's not bad. It's nothing. I almost did, actually, because of the whole September 11th thing. I was like fired up.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go. And you know what? Even most of the time I would say I'm not doing that, no way. But I had a moment in time where I almost could have. And if I had done it, I just think about how pissed off I'd be, or I'd be dead. But think about, because I would totally. I'm not like. I don't know. It depends how someone's being. Like it's weird. Sometimes I can go against authority and I can't be talked to and trained. But most of the time, actually, I fall right in the line and I go, "What do you need, sir? I'll go first."
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
And you said you were a decent athlete, so I mean, you could run around.
Yeah, I mean, I would have gotten in shape. I'm not in shape, you know, usually because I'm not doing that. Even when I go to hockey every other week, you know, if I take a couple weeks off and I go to hockey, I'm really. People look at me like, Jesus, you know, you look like you should be in shape for your size and your age. What the hell's wrong with you? But no, when I... Yeah, I'm eating corned beef hash with trans fat in it. That's what's the problem right now. I'm also drinking Arizona Mucho Mango. What?
What's so funny?
Oh, Leah's shooting elastics at Gavin's crotch. She goes, I'm not shooting his crotch. What the hell's wrong with you? You know what's wrong with me.
Plenty.
So yeah, so Tostovich won't be here tonight because he's got to pull Brock out of his wife.
Oh,
we don't have any real confirmation on whether she's actually having the baby, but I think it's happening.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't been online all day, pretty much. Yeah. and he's on Facebook now. So
Yeah.
it's probably, I figure he's letting people know what the hell's going on. Why can't I share the show? Redonkulous.
You can't share the show?
Yeah, I don't know, because I've been screwing around with proxies to get around, Germans, the wall they put up around the internet over here.
It's too bad I made a mistake starting the show. The whole last few minutes I haven't been recording. But I was but the show's gonna get uploaded. But sometimes the Monetize This doesn't make it because when you get hit for like a copyright thing, then they don't let you download your own video.
Yeah, but I got a way around that.
Hey, you can rip it. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get hit because I'm using the wrong background right now.
I saw that before.
I'm using the raw background, and they're gonna take the raw background.
It was like right after it encodes, you download it right away because I did that last night with my show and old Dead on Dave Van Cura.
I was roaring when I heard that. By the way.
Yeah, it's kind of an inside joke, and we weren't big enough, but it was kind of a big deal for us, and it's gonna be nice to have a guy that is in my time zone that can work with me on hockey. And then me and Jake will continue to do the shows on Sunday. So I think it's gonna work. Dave's in a better place right now.
I was gonna say, all goofing aside, like how is he doing? How's he doing? Basically, is what.
I'll tell you how good he's doing. They were essentially living in poverty a year ago. I mean, serious poverty. One short step of not being able to pay the rent, and his wife didn't have a job, and they were basically counting on his military benefits. Well, his wife worked his ass off. She's going to be a head chef starting next in this restaurant, which is going to bring some little change. And in the meantime, he learned how to flip antiques. So what he does is he goes to these German flea market, brings about 30 euros, flips it for 300. So now he's got like a job at home, and that's all he does all day. So talking to him now, it's
I've wanted to do that. That's awesome. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're thinking seriously about doing it because I'm not doing shit either. I'm thinking about going with him. And there's another thing too. It's like, I was really pissed off at him. It was for legitimate reasons, but it was really stupid of me to fucking do this for this long. Just for everybody out there, grudges are stupid. Unless somebody kills your kid.
Well, if someone kills your kid, I'm probably gonna kill them. Not a grudge. That's a revenge.
Yeah, but Dave wants back in, and he wants to be a JCS caller because he loves wrestling, and I think. He's got a different take on the whole Daniel Bryan thing. And I said, fucking call Cronin. He's got too many guys agreeing with him.
I always say that. Yeah, I enjoyed Jesse at the beginning of the Raw the other night because Jesse was kind of going up against me. Like, really? You think that was a good idea? Stephanie's going to be a good match, all that stuff? And I really need that. We need someone to come after me. It's all like I say something and everyone says yes and then has some other thing. And it's always such a, we're all stroking each other and jerking each other off. But I want someone to, to come in and flick my testicle every once in a while.
I got a question there because I agree with Jesse on that one. Do you feel a certain amount of pressure to kind of put Raw in a positive light because, just because, if you do a show every week and say Raw sucks, it could bite you in the ass in the end. You know what I mean?
No, I don't have that feeling. Arizona iced tea, by the way. No, I don't have that feeling. I had a terrible day, by the way, and I'll tell you about it. I have a terrible dentist, tooth, hospital shit day. But no, I don't feel the need to suck on it because I was cutting crazy rage promos against WWE last year. Mm-hmm. And I've been cutting. I think that as I've watched it, I've adapted myself to it. And also at night, my kids are kind of in the room and I'm kind of taking it easy. Mm-hmm. You'll see more of my rage come out in the green screen videos, I think, usually. And I have to get angry about stuff usually. And I don't know. And I feel like so many callers and some other people just are. I just don't have the same feeling. Like everyone complains about Bruce. Like, yeah, I don't watch them anymore because all he does is bitch about Cena. It's the same damn thing every show.
I can watch Bruce. Boy, that guy was annoying.
I don't want to do either thing. I don't want to trounce the WWE or step on their heads every week. But I also don't want to suck their face either. Yeah, I kind of want to, be in the middle somewhere there. Where sometimes I'm going to flip out, other times I'm going to praise them. If they do something well, even if it's PG well, I'm going to give them credit for it. But if they do something like I'm saying Stephanie and Brie may be a pile of shit. It could be a pile of shit. I don't know. Okay, probably it is. But I'm so excited just to see Stephanie in the ring again because it's something different.
Yeah.
That if that's what really happens. Now, if they do some goofy thing and Stephanie doesn't end up really wrestling or something like that.
That's a guarantee.
Right. So if that happens, you'll hear me raging about that probably.
But I mean, what can she do? I mean, she's not a pro wrestler for anything. I think what you're cheering, the fact is they finally came up with sort of a captivating angle. You know, when they were, I thought that was great when they arrested her. I thought that was
that too.
interesting. You know,
I mean,
in a
that
sort of
even
comic
the arresting thing, the arresting thing isn't even that the thing that I like that much. I've just seen that so many times, and I could see it happening that it was just kind of like, oh, I do like what they did, but I'm not just like, wow, it's so amazing. I was more excited the other night with the promos, although the crowd was chanting Jamie Noble, but you know. Yeah. So,
man. Oh, Jesus.
How far has Dave away from you? He's in Germany too, right?
Yeah, he's like, he's a little bit of a drive. He's like 20 minutes away. He's like 10, 20 minutes away, like driving wise. But he does have a car. And, you know, like I said, like, you know, look, you live in the dark with no electricity or with no lights and just your computer. And you can't leave the room because you're physically unable to do it. And then I'm the only guy you talk to. What ends up happening is you dump all your kind of shit. Everybody's got shit. I got, you know, my ex-wife. You got, you know, you had stress a couple months ago with financial stuff and 2 jobs. And now I guess it's trying to find a new place. You know, Chris has got the, you know, the baby on the roofs. Everybody's got shit and they let it off. The problem is I was his only fucking outlet. And I couldn't carry all the weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could, and he knows that. I mean, I'm not saying anything like, you know, off base here. I couldn't carry all the weight, and then you know I did start seeing petty jealousies between him and Jake, and I couldn't address them really because look, if one guy wants to do it and the other guy's like, oh, let's do it another day, and then I'm getting in a live broadcast, you know, I'm gonna take with the guy that's gonna say, hey, look, I want to be there, you know, and then he got involved with Podbender, and the guy that ran that is really really sick too. And that didn't, you know, personal priorities took over, and it just said, it just kind of went, it blew up last summer. But my mistake was letting it go. I don't take anything back, but my mistake was letting it go as long as it is. Grudges are stupid, and I thought we did a pretty goddamn good show. I thought it was pretty fun, even if you didn't know the history. And I think Dave was actually very funny, you know, and you know, I mean, look. Jake's a comedian. Dave's not a comedian. I think he did a good job. So yeah. I'm happy with the way the whole thing went. No complaints whatsoever. Oh God.
Yeah, I was strolling on my day today, doing well, and then all of a sudden, I mean, the last 3 days I've been in kind of pain, but like a dull pain that, you know, I just went whatever, and I took some ibuprofen every day. But today, man, it was real bad. Last night I couldn't sleep really. Then in work today, I was like, that's it. I got to go to the doctor because it's interfering with my work. It's interfering with me reading emails and doing things like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went, and they don't really know, but they were like, well, here's an antibiotic, and, you know, go see a dentist. And we're going to schedule this and that tomorrow. And I'm also being seen about my concussion because I told them about how when I look up, I get the pulling in my head. And
oh, God.
It only happens here or there, though. It's weird. It doesn't happen every day. So they're like, yeah, the tingling in the hands and the looking up, that's, you know, go see a neurologist.
Traumatic brain injury is what it is.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on. But
it doesn't sound like I'm not a fucking doctor. But
it could be like a pinch. I'm thinking like, I mean, it could be nothing, you know, really, but it could be just sinuses. It could just be a sinus thing, which could be the thing that's making my tooth hurt, too. Or my tooth could be severely infected. I don't know. But they couldn't tell at the doctor. They were like, man, you could have an infection. It seems like here's some antibiotics.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When I'm not thinking about it, like right now, this is much better because I'm in pain, but I'm kind of just shaking. I mean, I sort of get a hint into Jesse's life, I guess, because I'm in pain right now, but we're doing this, so I'm a little more distracted. But I'm also like every once in a while shaking back and forth because I want to punch myself in the face because it hurts. I mean,
so what the fuck's wrong with Megan Fox? Like, what's your issue with her?
She's a cunt. No, I don't know what's wrong with her. She can't act. I mean, I guess she's hot. I just don't like the whole skeevy. I've said this before, but the thing is, it didn't go like this. Man, who can we get to play April? No, it was like, you know what? The after Transformers thing, Michael Bay like called up Megan Fox on the phone and said, "Hey, baby, listen. Come over here. Let's figure this out. You know, let's not do this. You know." And he's like, "Listen, I got a good part for you. I got this thing coming up. You're gonna be April and the Turtles. Now suck my dick."
Oh my god! Oh my god! Did you hear that?
That's what just happened.
Did you just
Yeah.
him out of her butt?
No.
Jack don't want to go.
But that's what happened. It all became about, hey, baby, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put you in this movie, or hey, Michael, like, let's put me in a movie and I'll suck your dick.
Falling out or something?
What?
Didn't they have some kind of falling out in one of the movies?
Yeah, they had some big falling out, and then she wasn't in a movie. So she not in the movies ruins that whole thing, and then they got to make up some weird ass story. And then fucking now she's in Ninja Turtles. Why? Because now they're friends again. So she's in Ninja Turtles. That's what makes me mad. Now, now they're friends again, so she's in Ninja Turtles. That's what pisses me off. Not because
can she draw? I mean, I think at the end of the day, when it comes to movie business, I mean, look, there's a lot of bad movies that came into my theater, and it was just because of the name of the actor that people kind of showed up. It really didn't matter if the movie was good or not. That's what sells at the end of the day. It's your act. Is Megan Fox as bad as an actress as she is? Is she going to pull people in the theater by being in Ninja Turtles? And
I mean,
as well,
it seems like she pulls them out of the theater, pushes them out because. Yeah. Everyone's raging about how they hate her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the big thing is she sucks like everyone. I mean, everywhere. That's not pulling in. I mean, that's just being you're being pretty daring when you're putting someone in like that, I think, but because it's not I mean, the whole point is there was most of the people in this movie are in it because they're friends with Michael Bay. I mean, the Colonel Sharp from Armageddon, the dude, what's his name? Fucking playing Shredder or supposedly playing Shredder, the white guy. Whatever his name is, he's a Michael Bay guy. So he's in the movie, I guess. Like he's the Shredder, or he's the guy that they want you to think is the Shredder. Now, if that's what happens, I give them a little more, credit where credit's due, because that's interesting. If they fucked with us like that, because he is talking to somebody in the previews that is like mysterious. In the background. By the way, get the Joe Cronin Show #fact T-shirt.
The brain guy, right?
What?
I remember the cartoon.
I don't know who it's gonna be. People are saying they think that's Shredder, but I think it would be cool if it was Krang, or if
Krang, that's it.
I want them to have Krang in these movies. And everyone that said aliens and all this shit, Ninja Turtles have always had aliens in them. Comic books, TV shows, you name it. That part doesn't bother me. I don't mind. I'm glad they changed it back to what it is, but I do want an alien element. I think that's something that you could do, because in the first movies, the first 3 movies, after the Shredder came back in the second movie, then they didn't know what to do. Are we gonna do Shredder again? No, we gotta do something else. Yeah. So they did that weird time travel story. But rather than have to do that, if you introduce that there's a Dimension X or something, or that there's an alien element, now your possibilities are endless. I mean, please don't treat it like Transformers. That's the only thing is like, oh, Jesus, here we go again. With that Transformers shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I hate all these movies. So
Transformers makes me want to stab my eyes out.
Oh, God, it's so bad.
I mean, I couldn't wait, too. When I saw the teaser, and whatever year it was, 2007, 2006, the teaser came out. And I was like, oh, yes, here we go. This is going to be so good. And then it was just like, then the real trailer came out, and it was like, what the fuck? The first movie was like okay. Yeah,
it was okay. It wasn't anything to go right home about.
But then the second one, and it was just like stab me in the face.
I have a fit. Everything's racial, and people need to lighten the fuck up. I gotta be honest with you. Those two stereotypical black Transformers. I think it was in the second or the third one.
Oh yeah.
You can get pissed off about that. That was so fucking over the top.
I wanted to throw up on myself. I was like, oh, they got the black Transformer, huh? Like, what a bunch of dickheads.
And then they're like dumb black guys too. They're not even fucking. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's one thing if they sounded like James Earl Jones, but I mean, it was so bad. And
I got my boombox. It's like, oh yeah,
exactly. I mean, I could see how black folks could get really pissed off about it.
But you know what? I feel like black folks are predominantly going to see those movies.
I don't know. I don't know what demographic is, but yeah, sure. I mean, maybe they don't care. It didn't bother them.
It reminds me of the crowd that likes the Fast and Furious movies. Is I don't get it. I understand that when you see a Fast and the Furious movie, you're like entertained because of all the action stuff. Yeah, I hate those movies because there's nothing but dumb. Like let's lift some weights, go play football. And let's beat up the dork in the whatever, and we like cheerleaders. Like that's what I think about with Fast and the Furious movies. The people that go to those movies are just, and listen, I totally get it because it appeals to the masses, I guess, which is scary as hell to me, by the way. But I mean, and I'm not someone who always needs substance in things, but
Yeah.
I mean, I need fucking something. I mean, why the movie gets over and I go like, what did I just watch a movie about? A fucking car race and some shooting and the cops and fuck me. I just don't like that. I mean, Bad Boys 2 I can deal with. I thought those were
It was funny.
Yeah.
The parts it was kind of funny.
And I mean, maybe it's the same type of it's the same genre though. You know what I mean? That still falls into kind of the same deal. Although I just can't. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys! You're not gonna convert me. I'm sorry. I like Star Trek and shit. I'm a fucking sci-fi nerd ass like weirdo.
I like Star Trek better than that shit.
Yeah,
and the
I mean-
last two Star Trek movies had like decent action, I guess.
Yeah, well, even I mean, you could if you're talking about the Star Trek movies that just came out, the last two movies. I mean, those movies are kind of getting into that's like Fast and the Furious meets Star Trek. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're almost
They
just
Star
as
Trek
bad.
quality to them, though. They still have a TV show quality to them.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, there's still some of the Star Trek themes in there that. So it's enough for me. It's enough for me that I liked it. I bought them on Blu-ray, but there's still part of me that shakes a little bit during the second movie with some of the stuff they did that just makes you go, oh, like.
Like the cotton thing, like when they.
Well, in the theater, I laughed. We laughed out loud.
Shatner.
We laughed out loud. I couldn't deal with it in the theater.
Oh, really?
Looking back on the movie, it did kind of get me. What's weird about it? Sometimes in a movie, you actually get emotional about something happening. You can get emotional. Sometimes it gets you, and you get emotional about a scene. Emotional? I don't know what that is. Emotional about a scene or a person or something just kind of gets you, and you're like, I'm not gonna fucking, like I'm gonna be all right. But in that movie, I actually felt that way a little bit when Chris Pine was. Spoiler alert. When Chris Pine was dying there. But then it was like, and I was like, oh man, God, this is so fucking, I don't know, they did this so well. And even though, but I feel uncomfortable at the same time because they're clearly ripping it from Star Trek 2. And this is weird, but I feel terrible and it's working, but this is like surreal that they're doing this. And then
like it was a mix between 2 and 3.
Yes.
Or 2. Yeah, no, the end of 2. That's right.
And it was they mixed a bunch of stuff, the original series and the second movie and the third movie. But yeah, so you're like, part of me was like, oh, I feel really sad at this point, and this is like really such a good scene. But then the other part of me was like, this is so weird. What the fuck is going on? And then I didn't know which way to go, like to start crying or start like writing something down in a blog somewhere because I was angry. And then all of a sudden, Khan. And then I just lost it. I was like, "Oh my God, no, they didn't do that." And the problem is, if I was a new moviegoer to Star Trek and I never seen Star Trek before, that moment would have been awesome.
Yeah,
it would have been awesome. You would have been like sad for Chris Pine, and then Spock fucking Khan, like, and also they flip Spock in these movies, so it's like Spock is more badass. So I don't really understand that part of it. Here's the worst. Can I tell you the worst?
Human, and that they screwed that up
because they blew his planet up. I get what you're saying. He's more human than he ever was in the previous ones.
Yeah, I mean, he was always a person that was trying not to be human. It wasn't that he isn't human. He fights it without every bane of his existence.
I get you.
Yeah.
That's not a real complaint. So what you said makes sense, and I get these a little bit different. This is a different timeline, a different universe, so we can write it off, and it's okay. But the one problem I have with it is something I heard another critic say this, and it finally clicked to me that that's right. In the original series, they all kind of form a bond and become friends, and you start to see this thing grow. But in these movies, they just kind of like, they're all here.
We're
like
buddies.
you don't know why they're really buddies yet. They just are because they're on the same ship. So it's the weirdest. There's no thing there. It's weird. And they essentially made the same movie almost. In the second movie is almost the same as the first. So the third movie has to be like them going into space and something weird with space or science happening, which is something you would think they wouldn't do. So I'm almost worried that you're going to see the fucking Borg or something in the original series.
Oh, God, that would be insane. I don't think that's going to happen. They're doing too good a job. Hold on a second. I got somebody. They left Khan out. Oh, there was one of these videos that trolled me, and I was going to use Shatner's Khan voice.
Stoner Troy, BB. Hey, Joe, make a video. My top 10 horror sci-fi movies. Hey, that's a good idea. I'd do that.
Yeah. And let's take some calls. See what other people think. And I'll goof on them for liking sci-fi.
Okay. I'll open the phone lines to calls. Are we having a problem on the feed, the show?
He looks fine. Up to 27.
It's just me then, I think.
I'm doing okay.
I just realized that the number isn't on here. That could be a problem.
What, the numbers? What?
I didn't put the number up. Sometimes that's an issue. Hold on, let me fix it.
Oh yeah. You can put the phone number. You could switch the scenes. Switch scenes.
I'll switch scenes with you. I'd like to make a scene with you. Remember we had that big talk after I watched Ender's Game? Remember that? That was wild.
Yeah, we had this big chat and you recorded it and you didn't tell me.
Oh yeah, then I put it up.
Yeah, that time.
And then it got claimed.
But
yes, sir. My son's awake.
Now all of a sudden I can't post in the fucking chat. God damn these bastards.
Yeah, something's going on though. Something is up.
Well, I found another proxy. These bastards, these fucking bastards. I really hate Germany. I mean, I really, really do.
Oh yeah, I thought you said it was great and everything and all these things and.
I mean, I like it. Just the internet stuff is ridiculous. I mean, it's just it's beyond anything I can deal with.
I mean, it's just senseless.
Well, it's not senseless in the sense that it's about money and it's about the state trying to collect more revenue. It's senseless in the sense where nobody else is doing it. You know. I mean, nobody's asking for the type of no country on earth. It's not even like communist countries are asking, things of internet companies that Germany is, and it just blew them off. Like they're no like Obama blows Merkel off, spying on her and shit.
Yeah, it's almost like they're
outraged about that over here. We're not as popular as we once were.
I didn't think we were popular at all.
I wouldn't say that. That was a big myth. What I told her is like, oh well, Bush's war, and you're not gonna get laid, and it's not like what it used to be. That was all a bunch of bullshit. Like the people that acted like total toolboxes to me just because I was American was like in the ones and twos.
Yeah, I thought they liked it. So I mean, do they like us over there? They don't like us. I don't get it.
It's like anything else, man. Like some of them do, some of them don't. But I mean, most people deal with the individual. I remember I was like drunk at a bar one time, and this smoking hot chick came up to me, and she goes, "I do not like Bush's war." I'm like, I don't know. Like, he goes, "Bush's war is evil," and then I just got mad at her, and I pulled out my shitty cell phone. I was like, hold on a second, and I was like, boop 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 boop. George, it's Private Callahan. Yeah. What's your name? All right, yeah, Sarah here. She don't like your fucking war. I mean, and then she walked away. But I mean, what the hell kind of weight is that? I think she wanted to agitate me.
Oh, really? See, I would have started saying stuff like, "Oh, you don't like his war? Well, you're gonna love my dick."
Yeah,
something like that. That's what I mean, I'm sick, but.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you talk to a woman that way, they'll probably throw you out of the bar. Then nobody will laugh. And I was not getting thrown out. I might have talked myself out of getting laid, but I certainly wasn't going to talk myself out of a beer.
Why did she come over to you? Were you wearing like colors or something? I don't get.
It 2 other times. I was absolutely blasted. I think my theory is like I obviously I looked weak, at that time. I was barely like awake and laughing at everything. And I think she thought she had like an edge on me if she started talking about the Iraq war while I was completely blasted trolling for German pussy.
When was this? What year was it?
2005. It was actually during the it was during the
You should have said, "Oh yeah, well we don't like what? How many people died in 9/11? 1,100?
1,000, yeah, 3,000.
3,000. I would have said, "Oh yeah, I don't like 3,000 people dying.
Yeah.
I don't like two New York City towers exploding."
I don't know what the fuck she thought Private Callahan had anything to do with it. I mean, like, what do you want from me? I mean,
you're fighting as a soldier, so you support it, and that's it.
Yeah, I suppose, but that's not necessarily true. I mean, you can, I mean, like one of the things, like all the lefties are saying, is
you should have said, "I don't like Hitler." We took care of him. Be careful before I take care of you.
Piss me off.
Oh,
like really make me angry. I don't, because that's like yelling the N-word. You know?
Oh, you have no. I'm telling you what, if I was over there,
Yeah.
holy shit, dude! And some girl was being a bitch like that to me.
Yeah.
They would have thrown me out of the bar because I would have. Oh my god. Oh,
I
you
don't
know
go
what?
there
I don't
for-
like your war. You know what I said? I don't like you fucking murdering 500,000 Jews.
Yeah.
How's your
Like,
country?
He does shut them off though. I had this sergeant. His name was Sergeant Yay Yay. He was a Puerto Rican dude. He was actually Aboriginal Puerto Rican too. And Yay Yay, he was he was a fucking funny guy, right? And he told me this great story where he was driving down the highway here. He was driving down the highway and he got a car accident with a German, right?
Right.
And he said it was like 100% his fucking fault, right? But you don't do that when you get in a car accident. It's always the other guy's fucking fault, right? So the German guy comes out in the car. He goes, "What, you stupid American? You fucking don't know how to drive in Germany." And he just like he's just completely explode. And he like the German is like walking up to him like he's gonna fight him. And he would have thrown down a finger snap. So he gets ready. He goes, "Okay, come on, bring it, you Nazi!" And everything stopped. God, sorry, I'm sick. Everything stopped, right? He stopped. His whole like demeanor changed, and he's like, the German was like, "Okay, all right, it's fine. Let's call the police." And like he couldn't believe like what a dramatic. Like the German was like ready to all throw down, and he threw out the N-word there, and he just completely like calmed down. Like, yeah, it's all right. And so like when he started to calm down himself, he looked around, looked at the car. He said, "Look, I was way out of line." He went to apologize to the guy and said, "Look, I'm gonna tell the cops I fucked this up. I apologize for what I said." German was like, yeah, it's okay. Like he wasn't accepting the apology. Yeah, sure. No, he's like, "No, I'm really sorry, and I'm going to tell the police that it was 100% my fault because it was." Okay, man, do what you want. Like that's what that effect has.
That's weird.
It completely disarms them.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's a great story, right? You know,
yeah.
and he told me he still feels bad about it to his day, but it is funny. Like he was a tough guy once, and all he said was one word, and just completely flipped the switch off. You know,
Nazi. Yeah, no, it's I guess I can see some of that, I suppose, but I would have let it all fly for that lady. I would have said, you know what we do in America when something, when somebody's, when we're gonna fight against tyranny and terrorism and oppression. We did it back. We did it in Vietnam. We did it in Desert Storm. We did it in World War II to a guy named Hitler that you let come to power. We saved your ass. We saved England. We saved everyone. Kiss my ass. Hello. And then I would have just, you know what I mean? I would have gone off. Now take your Nazi coward ass and walk over to the bar and buy the great one a drink. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I would have gone.
But I think that's what they kind of want. They expect that from me. I think it's they're looking for, so they can kind of like, "Hey, you're a stereotypical American asshole."
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, they want you to blow up.
And, you know, like it's like I hear like a lot of the complaints about Americans. Like, look at those guys. They're allowed, and all they're doing is chasing women and drinking. I'm like, what were you doing at 18? You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, what the hell?
They're intellectual scholars. They're fucking soldiers. I mean, give me a break. You know?
IB in New York City 89 goes, Hitler, he goes, fuck blue eyes and blonde hair. Well, Jesus Christ, I've got blue eyes and blonde hair, so, I mean, I got dirty blonde, but...
Yeah. Did I tell you about when Jake made a Hitler joke about Andy, and then...
No.
I got in trouble for it?
Oh, no, that's...
Yeah, were you there when that happened? I think you were.
I feel like that's something like if, like, even if you're, you know what it's almost like? It's got to be like if, like, white people who have, like, a lot of black guilt who definitely treat both sides equally. Like, they really work hard. They really don't believe, like, the N-word. They actually... You know how most people are full of shit? Like... Yeah. Like, white guys make jokes about black guys make jokes about white guys, we all make jokes about each other for the most part, even if we like each other really, or we hover in our own crowds, you know, races together. That just seems to be what happens. We're not racist against each other, but we're going to be a little bit racist in our own circles, but we don't actually want to, you know, any harm or anything.
Or not hire anybody.
But then there's those weird white people who are, like, crazy. And, like, you were hanging around and you were like, and you made a joke and you said the N-word or something like that. Now they think you're racist and everything gets quiet.
Said one one word.
Yeah, and they were like,
What a racist is, it's somebody like, if I decided that, because I don't have blonde hair and blue eyes, I have hazel eyes and brown hair. Let's say I decided all blonde eyed, blue eyed guys were not human, that they were somehow kind of some sort of species.
I'm not human.
Racism is. That's what racism is. It's not a dirty joke. Racism is, I'm not going to hire somebody, a black person, even though they have all the qualifications here on paper. I don't like being around them because I don't think they're human. That's racism.
Yeah.
I mean, people have certain racial biases and stuff like that, and what have you. And yeah, they're not necessarily nice to have. But like racism is like, it's one of the most disgusting things you can be. Like, there's nothing worse to sit there and look at a fellow human being and say, you're not made of the same things that I am. And that's what I get so outraged when that dork with the Wyatt family that has his own duck show, Duck Dynasty, and he makes some off-color comment, and they're ready to string him up.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's what drives me. That's racism is putting people into slavery, like they do in Jafar. I mean that's real racism.
But I think the problem is though you're getting into like there's a lot of hate speech too, where they are racist and they're using words in hate speech to be racist, and you don't know about the background of where it's coming from. So some guy who actually, doesn't want black people in his town, near him, all that type of stuff, and is angry at black people, thinks it's their fault for this or that or this. By the way, any white guy who thinks that black people are at fault for anything, I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, you should start getting angry at your forefathers there, buddy. Maybe Daddy Warbucks shouldn't have fucking brought them here and made them pick our cotton for a couple of years. How about that?
More than a few.
Yeah, so to be, I mean, really.
Here, my family was in Ireland. I take no responsibility for that.
Yeah, it wasn't you. You brought yourself here. You're the slave to yourself. But no, so those people throw that rhetoric and the N-word and all those things out there. So when then little old Joe Cronin show goes, you're like, and then we called him a nigger or something, and people hear me say that. Mm-hmm. The problem is they're fixating on like, wait a minute, is he like one of those guys throwing out hate speech or what is this? We don't know.
Dead on. Yeah. In other words, like. I think there's also like, you would look at Facebook and it's always some like, dog getting punched or some kid that was abused, and people want to be outraged. They do. They generally want, because I think you want to be on the right side of history. You want to be on the right side. You want to stand up to evil, the bad stuff. So like you hear it, like, somebody says a word like that, and it's like you said, maybe they're that crazy guy and it's not a joke, or they don't know the context of the whole situation. So they want to like smack you down because they want to be standing above against evil,
and somebody like on YouTube is easy to go after, even if they're not really being a little racist. They're being a little bit like biased, sort of on YouTube. They're gonna get killed, but really they should be more worried about like Chip McDougal, who's fucking in Tennessee with a loaded shotgun, who could actually wants to shoot people. But the other thing is, even my video that I made about the cops in New York. I mean, look what happened. I wanted outrage. I was so mad about that I wanted outrage, and I kind of wanted irrational outrage, and I ended up getting it, if you look at the comments, because, I mean, come on, guys. Are we going to go out, really, and hurt police and stuff because, these guys kind of made a cross the gray line?
You didn't call. I would have called you up if you did something like that. You didn't call for violence. You were angry. And I mean, part of it was shtick, but you were really angry.
I actually was so angry that once I was done viewing the video and reading a little bit, just for a second, I ran downstairs because I was so enraged. And then there's a point when I get angry that after a few seconds, it then becomes funny. So I think you see that in the promo.
Oh, maybe that's where I see the shtick.
And someone said, "Oh, you're capitalizing on this event to like." So one black guy did call me out and say that you're capitalizing on this horrific event to this guy just to look at me and my YouTube or something. And I was like, I can see what you're saying, but no, because I was legitimately angry. I'm making a video because I'm pissed off and I want people to hear about it. Where sometimes I go, I got to make a video on this because it's popular. But that's not why I did it. I did it because I was actually mad and I wanted people to know that.
And I can see where that guy's coming from. And if I didn't know you, I could see that. All right, it's a fair criticism, but, I'll just testify on your behalf. We've had tons of private conversations. Those things do upset you. And, this is your platform and this is the way you decided to deal with it. So, I mean, no, I'll just tell that dude that, I can see where you're coming from. But you're dead wrong.
I felt way better after it, by the way, too. I got done with it and I just felt better. I was like, I was out of my whatever. But what I didn't like is that a lot of people, a lot of the black folks were like, we got to get these guys and all these things. And, I think everyone overreacts for a little while and then they come back down to earth. And I really meant when I said at the beginning of the video, I said most cops, these guys are just trying to get home to their families and do the stupid job and get home and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a good percentage that are bad, and there's a good percentage who are extra good, who are above and beyond nice and stuff, kind of like that guy we saw in Maine. Can you imagine? It's funny, a white guy walking down the street with a pistol in Maine gets stopped by the cops, and he owns them with verbiage, and then continues on his way. A black guy selling cigarettes in New York gets choked out. I mean, it's...
Well, I mean, there is a difference between that. I mean, like...
Yeah.
That was in Staten Island. That's literally across the bridge from where I grew up. Fucking cops don't fucking argue with you. I mean, if you get any kind of fucking argue, you're gonna be. I don't care if you're fucking black or white. You're gonna be on the ground. I think Black Mama can understand that because I get the feeling those LA cops are much the same. You don't get to get in some kind of fucking semantic debate about gun rights.
I think
throw you to the ground.
The guy that died's fault.
Later,
his fault came when he said, "No, I'm tired of this, and it's not happening again," or something like that. And it was like, "Uh-oh."
I'm completely on this guy's side. I understand, but he did contribute. That does not mean a crime didn't take place.
Yeah.
But he did contribute to his own death.
And
I had to tell anybody, and I know, I know there's kids from bad neighborhoods that listen to the show,
right?
And don't do what that guy did. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying I won't don't say anything. Don't give him a statement. Tell him you want to talk to a lawyer and nothing else, and cooperate. It is not worth fucking dying over.
Yeah.
Some fucking scumbag, racist white guy killing you. We're looking for an excuse. That's a lot. Let me tell you something. And I know this from the Army. There are guys out there, and they are in the minority.
Yeah.
They want to shoot people, and I know them, and I've met them.
Oh yeah, these are the guys that
to do the wrong thing so they can put holes in your brown ass.
Right.
So just cooperate and deal with it later. You're not going to talk them out of arresting you. If they decided to arrest you, you're going to be arrested one way or another.
Where a normal white good cop would say, "I'm going to use my judgment here," that guy doesn't give you the benefit of the doubt. He says, "I've got the green light. I'm going in."
He wants to say he choked somebody out. He wants to say he shot somebody. He wants to say look. I mean, I've heard these psychopaths before. I mean, I was in the Army. They're minority, but there are psychopaths there. There's guys there that they just want to fuck somebody up.
Yeah, they want to play let the bodies hit the floor and run in and be able to shoot a guy and be like, "Do you see where I got him and shit?" And it's like,
exactly.
I would never talk.
Seen that. I know it. I won't say with the Army, and I'm sure it's the same with the cops. Minority.
It's similar to hunters, from my perspective, when they stand over a corpse and they're poking the thing with the gun. And he's like, "Do you see where I got him? See where I hit him, Chuck?"
Why does that bother you? I just can't fucking let them.
I just feel like they're just a bunch of pussies. When I see a hunter poking a deer with his rifle, he's like, "See where I got him?" Like, yeah, you good job. You shot the fucking deer with a rifle, you fuck. Well, let's take.
What if you stand next to it and it's hanging on the car or something, and then you take the picture with the gun in your hand? That bothers you too?
It bothers me.
Yeah,
but it's I understand it, but it bothers me.
I mean, what if me and you went fishing in Boston Harbor or whatever?
Yeah, and that's what I mean by I kind of understand it, because I get it. Like, somebody could be like, "Well, why are you fishing in the poor fish?" and you hook the damn thing. So when does it stop? You know what I mean? What? Why are you looking at me like that, Leah?
Well, the thing is, and this we had this conversation.
Why is there a difference?
Like, I don't know. Like,
Leah's saying there's a difference because when you catch a fish, you throw it back in the water.
You guys throw it in, but not everybody does, and I don't care if you take a picture of it and put it on YouTube or Facebook.
Well, but Leah, put it this way, Leah.
Like, how sick are you that you're killing?
But Leah, but if I go out and I catch a fish and say I cook it, which I would do that. I am someone that would do that if I could. What is the difference then if you go out and kill Bambi and then take that home and you eat that?
I don't do either of those things.
But what if?
Because Bambi has feet.
She doesn't do either one of those things.
Well, she doesn't do anything one of the things, but I just I mean, I gotta be honest with you. Most of the outrage I see on Facebook, and this is very unscientific, is animal violence, where animal violence is disgusting, and then if you see like the kids being maimed and stuff like that, it doesn't. outrage everybody by
kids being maimed outrages me too. Here's what should outrage somebody like me who's telling you about this. See, you asked me about a specific thing that makes me upset, but the outrage really should be before we get outraged about the guy poking the deer in the forest and shot Bambi's mom or whatever. What we should get outraged before that are the tortured animals in the factories where we all buy our meat and stuff.
Animals?
I know. Those guys, that's a good point. I mean, what they go through is much worse. I got to be honest with you. I have no feeling whatsoever. I think animals are beneath me. I think they're here to serve us, sort of like the leaves. And, I do think that human beings have a certain obligation to be humane. But at the end of the day, they're food. That's it. I have zero feeling. I could care less if you took 100 pictures. I mean, I think there's a certain level of decency. But after that, I don't care.
No,
and I don't hunt. I hate it. You know why I don't hunt? Because I can't stand the smell.
Oh, well, that's not. I mean, I look into I look into my dog's eyes. I just see how animals behave, and I'm like, I don't treat them above humans like some of these fucking PETA weirdo fucking dudes do. I definitely do see them below us, but there's a lot of times when I look at something and it actually makes me think about my humanity when I look at an animal sometimes, especially the way they behave and mothers with animals and mothers with kids. And like I was flying down the road one day and there was a duck sign up the street from me where I live. And I remember laughing at the duck sign a few times. And one time I was driving and a fucking duck walked out into the road, like into the corner of the road. And I stopped and was like, holy shit, the duck sign, the ducks. Here they are. Holy shit, there are ducks here. The mother walked out in the middle of the road, looked at me in the car, quack, quack, and it like stuck its head up as it quacked at me and looked at me. And then it came out more to the middle of the road and then turned around, looked at the little baby ducks, and then they all came and went across to the other side of the road.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I mean, I have those feelings too, but I just like, assuming everything's been humane, I don't have any emotional attachment to a deer hanging upside down. Or a shark,
right?
I have nothing. But no, I mean, I do when I do see these pictures of I saw this guy. He grabbed a cat recently. I saw him. He put a knife to its neck, and all you want to do is like kill the guy. I mean, it's the only thing that can come through your head. Is kill the guy. I
take it that way. Anything weak and somebody with that's what it is. It's.
I mean, that is really something. I mean, they had the balls to post that on YouTube too. I mean, they found a girl in filthy poor Bulgaria.
Oh, the chick that punted the kittens or whatever?
Yeah, she threw a bunch of sick puppies. Everybody thought it was in the States because she was blonde. But it turns out she was like, I mean, they are it's not even ghetto poor. It's like poor over in Bulgaria. And they managed to find this bitch. And as it turned out, as cruel and as disgusting as this is, because you hear all these comments, why didn't you take her to a shelter? There is none. That's what they do over there. That's the culture. Now, the fact that she filmed it and put it on YouTube, it just shows like her complete disconnect to the rest of the world and what have you. But there's no shelter. There's nowhere to go. If your dog has mites, they drowned them. And probably 200 years ago in Boston, they did the same fucking thing. There's nowhere to put them to sleep. There's no option like that. So I just don't understand that kind of outrage.
Why did she drown them now again, by the way?
Had mites and shit. They were bug infested.
They had mites. The puppies had mites.
Yeah, I mean, what were they gonna do? Take them to the vet?
You can't cure mites. I mean,
not in Bulgaria where they lived. I mean, look at the fucking area. It looks like fucking West Virginia for Christ's sakes. Turns out the cops didn't even do anything because she didn't even break the Bulgarian law. I mean, I looked the whole thing up. I'm not saying what you didn't see is repulsive, and it did repulse me too. It's just like, I mean, how could anybody be so cruel? But you also put yourself in the place, like, this is what happens in very poor areas. And I honestly believe if it was a black person in a African area, doing something like that, there would be no reaction because we would assume the poverty. But because the girl was white and she had a hoodie on.
Yeah.
I think that it's like, well, this must have happened in either Europe or the United States. And what's this shit with that Sharknado 2? I see all these tweets about this shark movie.
Sharknado 2?
Sharknado, is that what it's called? Sharknado?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know the deal with it, but I've heard of it.
It's really completely insane. How come we didn't get a phone call? You bastards didn't call.
Tony actually tried to call a couple times, but I had an issue. I missed him. Here he is. Oh, what's up, man?
What's up?
What's going
Tony,
on?
what you got?
Not much.
You know, this is what that guy's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that other guy. Undertaker's about to get pinned.
Yes. All right, Tony. I'm glad you're here because I've noticed this. I know you love the show. I know you love Joe.
Of course.
And when you call in, this is what you got to do. You've got to have a topic. See, the thing is, you bring something up or you ask a question or make a statement, and then we go back at you. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's on your mind, brother?
Not much. I've been having girl problems.
Oh, let's hear it. Now, there we go. Is this interesting, Cronin, or what?
Yeah, because I thought he was in a guy, so this is... No, I'm just kidding.
What do you got?
No, what's going on? What's happening here? I just said yesterday it smelled, and you're near me. Yesterday it was so nice outside. It reminded me of the first time when I kissed a girl for the first time laying on the beach or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what happened?
What happened?
I've been looking at a girl lately, and I don't know if she likes me or not, but she just keeps coming up to me, and she's acting to be mean to me. It's a little weird.
She's acting mean to you. Like, what kind of mean is she doing?
Like, I don't know, like, just ignoring me, going up and, like, making, like, weird noises and then walking away. It's, like, it's really weird.
She's a keeper.
She wants to. She wants to do it, I think.
And you guys are both what, 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both 13. So can you like imitate the situation because I want to get a better. I need more information. Like what happened? She comes.
Kind of
up,
tough. I mean.
You know.
So like you'll be like at your locker or something, right? And then and then she'll kind of like come by and then she'll
be like ugh, and then just walk away.
Oh really? So I thought she was like ee hee hee. Like, no, she's like ugh.
I heard you that once, but she's usually just like ugh, and if she walks away, I'm like, what the fuck is she talking? What is she doing?
Wow.
Yeah, and you've heard this thing before. If girls treat you poorly, that means they really like you.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Yeah,
it never made sense to me either, and I never bought it because what I would do in your position, and I'm not telling you to do this, is I would fuck with her back. You fucking do that one more time, I'm gonna fucking pull your hair.
Which is what she wants. She wants your attention, I think. If she's
as soon as he gives her attention, she's gonna be like, "Oh my god," and then humiliate him even more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. She won't stop anyway. If attention or no attention, she's not gonna stop.
You know, there's sometimes I found there's two ways girls go with that. If this is what she's really doing, when I was in like I think I was like 12 or 13 or 14, and even when I was 15, I think it happened. Sometimes they get shy, so they start doing this thing where they're flirting with you in a weird way, like hitting you or smiling or hitting you, or they hop on your back and then they run away, or they go, "You're so mean," and then they hit you, and then they just do things like that, and you're like, "This person hates me. Like, why does this girl hate me?" But they like you. But sometimes they abandon it, even if you like, you know what I mean. You draw attention to it finally, or you go to make the move for it. Like, okay, well now I'm gonna acknowledge this. Sometimes it works, and then you find out they like you, and that's what the whole thing was. But then other times I feel like they did actually like you, but they're so shy, even though they were doing that, they didn't react to you, and then there's
that place.
Yeah,
that place.
There's a misconnection that happens. It happened to me.
I'm interested in what does Leah think he should do? Because I got an idea.
No, I don't think Leah would have any, much of an insight to this. She's not like this, so I don't think. Leah,
nah.
What would you think if a girl walked by a guy and always went ugh?
And I walked away.
It would depend on the tone of voice, I would think, because like that really could be disgust or it could be like.
Is there anything that you've done that would make her actually disgusted, or?
Is she with other girls when she's doing it?
Are you taking showers?
She also said, is she with other girls when she's doing it?
Oh, that's a good question.
Actually, yes. And then when she's alone, she's giggling.
Giggling to you or like
like to me, like when she walks, like I'll be like alone in the locker, and like alone at my locker, and the hallway will be like completely empty, and she'll walk away and giggle.
Oh yeah, she's trying to get attention.
Exactly.
Yeah, somebody likes you.
You like the way she looks though, right, Tony?
Yeah.
So this is the part I bet you're better at this, Joe. This is the part I could never execute. I get to this stage, I realize I'm in there, and I don't know what the next move is.
Exactly.
What does he do?
Well, it depends. Like, if dances are coming up or those type of things are happening, some sort of social engagement, that type of thing. That's where you want to get in there somehow.
It's like camp right now.
What?
Like you're going to like
it's camp. Yeah, there's no summer right now. It's not. School's not here.
Can you ask her to? No, can you ask her to a movie? But I think that's too forward. See, I don't know. You know what I would do? Like now, I would be like, look, if you want to be my friend, be my friend. But why don't you knock that shit off? That's what I'd probably say to her.
No,
But
see, that's not. Yeah, I would never do that. That's terrible. I would say,
second with
I would be like, hey,
It's 6 inches.
yeah, I would say, hey, me and my friend are going to watch a movie. Why don't you grab one of your friends? Or I would say, you know, I would just come out with it too. There's so many things I would do.
you were good at this.
I don't know what it is. It's true. I don't really like to talk about because I feel like it's being like I'm full of
A little
shit.
awkward.
Yeah, but I'm dead serious. I would just do this stuff. Like you just know. And then you just be like, hey, me and my friend are going to see a movie. You should come too. You say something like that, and you go, you should come too, and then that puts it on her to be like, yeah, or
Try it,
you know,
Tony. I think that's good advice.
yeah.
Talk
Yeah.
to your buddy, scam with your buddy. Make sure your buddy's
right
not
back.
a creep, and he has his hands out of his pants. He's not constantly jerking off. And what you do is the plan is like, look, you know, this is going on. I talked to Joe Cronin. I talked to Tommy C. They think this is a good move. You know, one of our friends, and and we'll go see The Lion King. I don't know, whatever the kids watch these days. You know?
Anything but the Ninja Turtles or Transformers. Just
Well, you know what? Here's the thing about that, dude. You can't be like all snobby with that shit. You got to go see bad movies when you're a teenager. That's another mistake I made. You got to go see
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. Whatever's popular. If she says like, "Oh, I want
Ninja
to
Turtles.
see,"
Go to fucking Ninja Turtles.
you're there. Then you pretend you like it.
Yeah,
Don't-
I love this Ninja Turtle. Ugh.
Yeah. Like, yeah. You don't even have to say that. You just go like, "I want to see that too." Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Make it seem like, wow, that was like a fucking Ninja Turtles. I would have never thought of that if it wasn't for you, lady. You know? Good call. You got any more? I think take Joe's advice. Take Joe's advice, because this is the part that I was the worst at. Women have to actually like fucking come up to me and lead me to their bedroom to fucking get
And it
me.
just started this year with it too. Like I just got to a new school this year.
It's your age. Yeah, that's an advantage. It's your age. This is normal. Everything that's
exactly.
fun is normal. It's it's learning how to handle it now. That's
Yeah.
what you do. You got to learn how to handle it. You know, and I would just, you know, do what Joe said. Don't get mad, and maybe try that. You know,
Alright.
or maybe just say when she goes, "Ooh," it's like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like, you know, maybe kill her with kindness. Like, "Hey, what's going on?" Even though she says "ew" or disgusting, she probably will walk away. And giggle to her friends, and what I would do is laugh. Okay. You know, and just walk away. What do you think of that, Joe? Joe. Oh, he thought You still there? I don't know if he's cut off or.
I'll be right back.
Oh, you right back? Something happened.
No, he's
Oh,
just
hi,
taking
Leah.
the boy upstairs, so.
Oh, he's taking a little boy upstairs. What's happening with you, Leah? Give him
What's
some
up, Leah?
advice.
Hey,
What's up?
not much.
That's cool.
He's got girl problems.
I was kind of half listening.
Well, I mean, he's got this. He said other girls are around. They're walking up to his like locker or his camp or his latchkey program, whatever he's doing, and she's walking up and going ew, and then
I
walking
can
away.
tell she likes me too. She always smiles at me when she's with her friends and she's walking away. I see her look like just her head turn, and then she smiles and just keeps walking.
Smile back.
Uh-huh.
What do you think, Lee?
I don't know. I mean, it sounds like she likes you.
Yeah, but you never know.
I know exactly. She's probably just playing with me.
I mean, how old are you?
Me? 13.
I mean, like, you could ask her to like go to the movies or something. I mean, really, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Yeah.
You're only
No,
13. I mean, even if she says no, it's not the end of the world.
She just looks like a girl that if I asked her, she'd be like awkward about it. Like she wouldn't know what to say.
Everybody's awkward about it at this age.
And if you're
It-
gonna ask her to, definitely don't do it in like front of a bunch of people, because then
Yeah.
she'll feel like really on the spot. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you might have to catch her off guard.
Like when she's not around with her friends or like
I'll
no
tell you
one's
something,
around.
Tony. One thing that I'm being deadly serious. Don't be afraid to be rejected. That was one of my biggest things, and I missed out on a lot. No, you gotta be fearless. You gotta be willing to the girl to laugh in your face and the whole hallway laugh at you. Don't ever be afraid of that, because if it happens, it's like Leah said, it's not the end of the world. So just do it. Nike had the best advertisement ever. Just do it. And if it doesn't work out and everybody laughs at you, call here and it gives us a bit.
The microphone's across your face.
You know what I'm saying, Tony?
Yes.
So just tell us the
I
story.
wasn't really ever afraid of getting rejected anyway.
Don't be afraid. That's the biggest problem I had growing up. Don't be afraid to be rejected.
You know something? I have your solution.
What?
You gotta make these telephones. Make one that goes as long as her bedroom, and you put it on.
Yeah, the cups.
Yeah.
Cups in the string.
It's gonna be hard to do. I don't know if I can. I can't quite go long enough away. Hold on. I gotta. Hello. It's not gonna.
Cups in the string.
What happened to Jesse?
We don't know.
I know Chris. I hope Chris is doing okay with the wife, but I don't know what happened to Jesse.
He said he'd be late. He was talking the whole time, and then
Then just went. I thought I heard him in the very beginning.
Jess is in constant pain and stuff, so like he can dip on what he likes.
To the microphone.
You know what I'm
Batman. Put down the cape.
Can't even understand him.
Thanks for the cups.
Can you tell everybody I look terrible from my bag? Like, I feel awful. Everybody's
Black Mama says, just tell her to follow me on Instagram.
Leah's like, oh no, I didn't know the camera was on. I'm not wearing makeup and I'm all messed up and going to
Don't
bed.
worry about it, Leah.
Don't worry about Leah. You're well, never mind.
I be NC, I don't know, I be in NYC City, whatever 89 says, fuck her and leave her alone.
Fuck her and leave her alone.
Oh, that's funny. See, you know what?
What?
That's a good call, Tony.
Thanks,
That's a
man.
good
Yeah,
call,
that
'cause-
ended up being good. We're doing good tonight for two of us.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
oh yeah, hell yeah.
That was a good call. That's how you do it. You don't just call and say, hey, what's up? What's up? What are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. What are you doing? I'm all right. It doesn't work. But you tell like, I got this girl thing. You don't have to call with a girl thing every time.
Yeah.
Oh, I
that's,
wasn't thinking of that. No, this is like a legit thing.
yeah.
Always call with legit stuff.
Let me tell you something. I missed out on a ton of stuff too, because I let a lot of girls come to me in a weird way. I was kind of playing their game with them.
What, stick your tongue out?
Yeah, like they would, or you know, like when somebody would whack me in the back or jump on me, and I would wait, and I would find out that they liked me. And when I found out that they liked me, then I started playing the game, like already knowing, like kind of cheating, kind of. You know what I mean? But that was only because I don't know. I just had the opportunity to do that. I don't know what it was, but there was a lot of times later on when I got older that I realized you should just ask people out, and who gives a crap? Because nobody goes, oh my god. There's never like, oh my god, Tom asked me out. You remember that? What an idiot! What an asshole! And then they like, and the whole school hears about it. Like that doesn't happen really.
It's gonna go away anyway.
Yeah, even if it does,
Exactly.
it's very short term. Yeah, so it's not worth it. It's
Can't be afraid.
They'll get a good laugh out of it if I got rejected, but then they forget about it like after like maybe like a week or so.
I wish I could go back to 10th grade. There would be oh my god.
Yeah.
I'd just be, I don't even want to say it.
Don't be afraid. You know, be polite. Be classy guy. Don't be running around calling.
I would
She's
have
a
been.
nice girl too. Don't get me wrong. She's just awkward about like liking.
I would've been
you guys
dirty.
are growing up. She has feelings, and you know she does not. It's like, look, it's like you do anything for the first time. You're interested.
I kind of like her too.
Not
So
do it right.
I mean,
I would have been dastardly, man. I'll tell you, if I went back to 10th grade, I would just. Oh my god, I would be eating.
I can't imagine what you would do, Joe.
Be Rocky Maivia pie eating. What?
Yeah.
No, I can't crop your face out, Leah. It's too late. Black Mama's already recorded this on Zip Tiger, and he's jerking off right now.
I hate your camera.
Oh, so can I talk about why you were angry at me for 3 days now? Can I talk about why you were angry at me for 3 days?
Only if you
Oh god.
explain it.
Can't
I
wait
want
for
to hear this.
Not like, isn't she fucking stupid?
No. So I mean, I don't really want to explain why I was mad, but Leah was mad because I went over
Kill somebody.
that house with Tosovich's house,
Yeah.
or his friend, and she didn't want me over there, and she was like, "I fucking hate you, and you should die." And
Oh shit!
Why'd you going over there?
she doesn't. I guess
Is
she
that when you
wasn't.
did the attitude video?
Since high school.
Yeah, what? Yeah, that thing. Yeah, she didn't get along with
That
those
was
people.
funny.
Is it because the girl was there?
I think she didn't get along with those people. It had nothing to do with it, like me going over because girls were there or anything like that. It was the people that were. It'd be like if I had some guy friends who were like terrible or something to me back in the day, and I was like, and they were like the bane of my existence, and then like Leo was like, oh, I just went over there for a little while.
I guess you're there.
You know.
And they're the friends of the guy that set up my chat.
There's a friend. There's someone. There's something else. But anyway, I was raged on for days because I was there. It was weird. And anyway, so the funny thing about this whole thing is this is like the third day. Leah gets angry. She gets angry like you think the world is like. She's like, I want you to die. I want you to suffer, and I hope you
my
die.
God.
And I'm taking the kids. You can have the stupid boy, but I'm taking the girl.
Oh, shit.
What? This is what you said. I got texts. Like, I'm taking the boy. You're a fucking idiot. You stupid radio thing. You're stupid friends. You're like, I hate you. Like,
I
and
can
this,
see Leia saying that.
she's, you can't see her really doing it because it's just, you wouldn't think so.
Look at her.
But she does this stuff and she's like, she won't talk to me all day. I'm trying to call her to see if Gavin's all right. She doesn't care. Go fuck yourself and die. So this just keeps going on for days. And what she does is she calms down after like 3 days usually and then slowly starts coming back to normal. I've noticed this. But the problem is most guys would fight with someone like this. And if you fight with her, like she flips out like more and it gets worse and it might actually happen. But if you just say nothing,
Yeah.
like it will go away after a while because she's so irrational for the first couple days of it. It's unbelievably weird. I've never seen anything like it before. I think she's told me one time an ex-boyfriend used to slap her around. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised he didn't kill you. But sorry. So the funny thing about this whole thing is the other day I was like, I'm going to send her chocolates from Sherry's Berries. I'm like, I'm going to go to Sherry's Berries and I'm going to send her these chocolates. So I'm picking out two things, strawberries and then these like lollipop type of these like pop chocolate things on a stick. And I'm like, I don't know which one she's going to like or whatever.
So I got both.
Yeah, but I'm sending them to her and they'll be there tomorrow, whatever. You know what I mean? So I do this and it was $81 total.
Oh my God.
For this. Delivery next day, all that stuff. So I sent her a text message. Of course, she's not answering really texts and shit like that. So I go, hey, something's coming for you. Make sure you answer the door. Gavin can use it too. So that's all I said, I think. Yeah. And then she didn't answer me. And then I said, hey, now there's a squirrel that's that lingers around the front yard and the driveway, who's like a fat squirrel because we kept putting food in the garbage and he eats it all the time. And he's always there, like, sitting on the fence and looking and waiting. And, like, we know him so much that Leah started calling him Harry. Henry. Sorry. Henry. Leah and Gavin called the squirrel Henry. So I'm like, I texted her to hint at her, like, hey, make sure you fucking answer the door and you pick this thing up because we don't want Henry to eat it. And she finally texted me, I got it. And I'm like, okay, good. And she doesn't answer me again the rest of the day. Well, I mean, until later. And so then, I guess what happened is they delivered one of the chocolates in the morning. And then they delivered the second one way later without telling anybody this. And when my mother got home, she got to the front doorstep and there was a hole in the side of the box. The fucking thing ate all the strawberries.
Oh, shit.
The fucking squirrels running around with strawberries and shit all over the place. So I'm just like, well, what the fuck? So I called them today to be like, hey, like these two deliveries came. And they're like, oh, yeah, one came from FedEx, one came from UPS. That's why. And I'm like, well, what's the point in a gift like this if they're going to come separate like this at different times of the day? Like, you don't know. So,
You didn't tell enough of the story.
Why?
You just made me seem like a crazy person. And you didn't really make out, like, exactly, like, what's wrong with those people.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do that because it kind of involves people of the show, and so.
You just shit all over me.
Yeah.
All I know is I want to fight Jaron.
You might beat him if you put him in the Hurricane Rana.
Yeah.
No, Leah's not that. I mean, Leah had a right to be mad, so that's I'll say. I mean, sort of.
Leah was delicious.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Joe, Leah was delicious. I think that's how he said it. Leah was delicious.
And Leah's half Italian, half Irish too.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
explains everything.
Wait, I thought you were 100% Italian.
No, I told you before. I'm a quarter of Italian, a quarter of Irish.
Quarter Irish. Yeah, I guess it's.
Isn't
like,
everyone in Massachusetts?
Yeah, everybody in where I'm from is like Irish Italian, Polish Italian, Irish, Irish Polish, the same shit.
Oh yeah, and Joe, Leah was delicious.
It was delicious.
They're gonna sell them for $2,000 a piece.
I guess he left. He's gone. Well, I mean, I saw Jaron the other day when I did my stupid video, when I do my parody on you, and the first thing you wrote,
funny.
you never shared a parody of mine, and which isn't true, because I know you shared his videos. I saw you.
Hey Leah, would you like, if you saw me like on the street right now, like would you be like, oh yeah, like I'll do him? I look like a bum? I don't look like a bum. I look like a fucking corporal.
The only people that wear military jackets are like actual military people in bombs.
He looked like Tom if he was on the street.
Let me tell you something. I am actual military. You can't say, you know why I'm actual military? Because I'm standing at attention. What?
Can I ask Leah something? What initially attracted you to Mr.
I might as well take Jesse's spot tonight.
Yeah, there you go.
Hang up on him.
No, seriously. Thanks, Tony. What, Leah? Well, I mean, what would you want to ask Leah? I didn't hear what you said. Ask Leah. I think she can hear you now. I could.
What initially attracted you to Joe? Because I know what attracts me to him.
The penis.
Besides that, women aren't attracted.
I don't know
They
if she's
like
hearing you.
personality.
Leah, what?
My headset, but it's not working.
Oh, well,
Oh, you're trying to get the headset up.
she's going to get a headset. Now she wants to talk. She's interested. Probably wants to defend herself after everything I just said about it. But I mean, really, I mean, like, if you...
That's the difference between, your girlfriend and my wife. Like, if I said something awful like this, she just got really... She looked sad and looked down, and Leah just starts screaming and shit. I mean, I don't have to deal with that.
Well, I mean, 2 days ago, she was telling me that I'd never see my kids again, and she hopes I died, so, I mean...
Yeah, I don't think that would happen, to me, no matter what I did.
I was almost, I was begging with her to not say that stuff to me, because I really...
Oh, God.
I wasn't in a good mood, and whatever, and she was...
Hey, look, the first time my ex-wife said that to me, she meant it. Day one.
I mean, for all I know, she does mean it, and she just keeps going, whatever, I'm too lazy to leave this. I feel like it might be true, but then, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a lot of, I'm pretty, I'm not as confident as we think. I don't know. Hey, let's listen to Jaron here. I will kill you in cold blood. That's the best part of this whole thing.
Jaron.
Papa needs a brand new Mac computer.
Mr. Dan, piece of garbage. Oh, and by the way, Joe.
Let's delicious. Let's make that like a 2-second wave.
Leah was delicious.
Let me tell you something. Baby. Leah was delicious.
Hey, you want to know about feeling defeated? I was doing my show the other night. For me, it was decent. People were in there, and we're doing a hockey thing, and all I see in there was like, call Cronin right now. I want to hear his opinion on this.
Oh, I saw that. I tried to comment.
I'd be like, oh God, I'm working so hard at this shit.
I tried to call in on that, but I couldn't because I was on my phone and I was actually sleeping. I was laying in bed going to sleep, but I was listening to you, and I couldn't comment or interact. But I was there. Just know that you never know when Joe Cronin is listening. He's always there. I'm always there.
It's so defeating because I worked so hard, and I thought I did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
I mean,
where's Joe? Forget
it's
this. Where's Joe?
Where's fucking Joe? I want to hear. One guy wrote, "I want to hear Joe's opinion now."
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that. I really laughed out loud when I was laughing at that. I'm so glad you brought that up. I was laughing.
Like, oh my god! Like, I'm glad I didn't see it. I tell you something. I know.
Well, you know something? Maybe if you want to listen to Joe Cronin, maybe you can go over to his channel and listen to it, you dumb bastard. This is Tommy C. Now get your damn shit together.
All right.
Called it. It did Bret Hart. Oh god, this is so defeating.
You got your mic on?
Yep.
Okay, now you can ask Leah whatever.
What initially attracted you to Joe?
Penis.
Um,
It's definitely not that.
I don't know. I'm like weird with people. Like even when people like used to hit on me and everything, I can like hear myself on the stupid feedback thing, and it's fucking me up.
And
On your headset.
Wait a minute, talk now.
Go pull the headset off because I can hear you.
No, I don't know what to say. No, I can still hear myself. It sounds like an echo.
That's your mic. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Wait, you don't have the show on, do you?
No.
Oh, I don't know what it is though. It's something else though. Just continue with your story, I guess. Take one of your headphones off. That helps me sometimes.
I can hear it coming from over there, I think, though.
I muted myself.
There's no echo on the broadcast. I'll tell you that.
I know, it's screwing with me because I can hear it coming from the other half of the room. Yeah, that's what I said.
I turned my headphones down. Now you're good.
You can listen to me.
Okay.
I don't know. I never, even when I got hit on, online and everything like that, I just ignored everybody, but, he said, he had mentioned high school, and, that's when I remembered him, when he, messaged me online, and then, things started to click. And then, I thought he was, cute and everything, and then because I had already had that, kind of connection, and then a friend of ours, who's, a mutual friend, kind of, vouched for him in a way, then I was like, alright, let's, hang out and everything, and I was kind of
about my dick.
I'm kind of weird about hanging out with people, too, because of, this whole thing that had happened, so, really, sketched out about people and everything, so... I was kind of weird about people, but then I started hanging out with them and everything. And
are you one of those? The way I'm reading the situation is you. I don't think I'm being weird. It's you're an attractive person, but I always wonder, these attractive girls, that maybe people don't approach them more because they either oh well, she's too good for me, and maybe Joe just didn't have that with you. He just walked right up and said, I think you're cool. And maybe these other people kind of wanted to, because it sounds like you didn't. Did you have a lot of boyfriends?
I'll tell you what happened with me. I was in a crazy drunken 2 year because my ex-girlfriend left me, and I was like, I'll hit on anybody, anytime, I don't care, and I was fearless, and I had MySpace. That's what. If it was high school, maybe not, but that's the reason.
So yeah, it was like I don't know. I got hit on a lot, but He messaged me too, it wasn't like he just came out and said something creepy either. A lot of people have these weird creepy lines, or they just come right out too, and they're just oh, you're really sexy, and it's just I don't know, that turns me off when people are like that. Sure. Even though it's I know it's kind of a compliment, but it's I don't know, that always just was I don't know. But he said something about something about my ferrets and
right
about being in high school and everything. So he approached it differently.
Yeah, that's good advice. Oh, wow, that's good advice.
Yeah, I didn't go. Hey,
miss.
Let me titty bang you.
Wife, so Leah, don't get mad. One of the things I always miss is I don't miss the sex, but I miss the chase, and I will always miss the chase.
Oh yeah, you are gonna creep rock. She heard this from you one night.
Yeah.
She was like, "You're like
the
a guy on a park bench jerking off."
On.
Yeah.
No, I think what's the thing is we're strategizing here, and I'm getting information. It's you were approached it a different way. You mentioned your animals and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, the soldiers, they take all this information and kind of pass it around in the barracks and stuff like this. And I miss these conversations, But I mean, because I can't use it to my advantage. Oh, I could try that next time I go to the bar, And that's what I miss the most.
I don't miss I'm such an awkwardly shy I don't know. I'm not like other girls. I'm wicked awkward. I can't have normal. This is why like it's hard for me to even be on here and talk because it's like I want to be on your radio show and then I get on and then I'm like, oh my god, it's like social anxiety. Hello, like, and so like even like now I'm like kind of like weird about it and stuff. But
You're doing fine. You know, you're doing fine.
I'm gonna like, but you don't understand. Like an hour from now, I'm not gonna be on the radio anymore, and I'm gonna be like analyzing everything I said. I feel like I'm such a weirdo and like I don't know, but I don't like. It was just like I don't miss that being hit on and everything like that because I never knew how to respond to anybody because I am so like awkward and weird, and so like when it especially like when it happened, I probably like offended like a whole bunch of people.
I'm sure. No, but he approached it differently. Well,
like I don't know how to respond to people like when they were like in like comments like oh thanks like and then like I'd like shy away and everything. It's like
it's too bad I don't have the picture of you that I saw with the ferret from MySpace since they deleted it.
I still have it.
Oh, okay. I put that up right now because that was the thing.
You want me to find it?
No, it's okay.
Funny.
If you find it quickly, yeah. I mean,
you know, boys and girls, if you haven't noticed, Leah, they're wired a little different too. Of course, you don't mean miss being hit on. One of the great things about being married is when you're single.
Well, most normal marriages. Some girls.
Work is easier after you're married because, like, look, I have a child. I don't want to fuck up my marriage. I don't want to think it's and there's a really hot chick that I work next to, and I don't have to constantly be looking at her or feel like maybe you should ask her out. You know, everybody, you know, so and so didn't ask her out. Maybe you should ask her out. All that sexual tension is just gone right out the window. That's the wonderful thing about being married because, like, you know, you have somebody to go home to and sort of help and then, you know, serve your child and then and what have you.
Unless you're
you can't get drunk and get laid, you know.
Unless you're a weirdo, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people that would still be like
a lot of people do it anyway, and I'm not wired that way. I can't do it anyway. But I'm not going to sit there and fucking deny that my urges as a human being. Yeah, sure. I still think about women, and I still think about this. Do I do it? No, because I'm a man of my word. You know. I think that's where maybe like your confusion is, Leah. It's not that I'm being creepy. It's just that I'm totally comfortable with being a guy, and I have those feelings.
Send that to me on Skype. Just drag it over to my Skype thing. Or
what?
I don't know. Send it to me on Facebook. Put it that way. I found the picture. I'll put it up because I saw this picture of her, and I was like, "Damn, I know her." And then I was like, "Oh shit, I remember her from high school because she had this hair." And that's when I was like, I mean, my first thing, what I was doing on MySpace a lot was like, "What's up, some girl that I barely sort of know, but like, what are you doing? Like, wanna like you
We're
should
not friends on Facebook.
Want to come drink or whatever?" Well, my Facebook's probably shut off because Facebook shut off everything. Just send it to me on Facebook. Oh, Facebook, yeah. She unfriended me on Facebook too, by the way.
That's funny.
The ultimate insult.
You were like trying to get me angry. It was like you were trying to get me as mad as you were, but it was so weird. Now we got to do the whole in a relationship again thing and be those people.
Nuh-uh, because I hid it. I think I had.
Oh.
I was like, I know, like that. This will just come back and it's gonna be like out of a relationship, in a relationship, and I didn't want it, so I blocked the whole thing.
Okay, that's funny. My tooth. I'm in such tooth pain right now that I couldn't laugh because I'm.
I don't know how to send you this picture. Then
my face hurts. Just put it in the chat.
Well,
me.
Whenever you get mad like that again, Leah, all I'll tell you is this: as bad as anything's now. Divorce is 10 times 1,000 worse.
We're not married.
Well, you know what? You essentially are married. Let's face it.
There's the link.
You have 2 children and you live in the same house.
I know. He's right. I really am too lazy to ever go anywhere. I'd have to pack everything. Oh.
Pack everything. Don't go.
Look at all these young pictures of me on MySpace. I was cute.
It fucks your kids up the most.
The only way,
I really want that kitty.
what does Gavin want?
It's funny because he's pointing. That's not a frog. That's not
Why is Gavin awake right now is what everybody's saying.
He's pointing to Moxie.
Oh. Oh yeah, this was the picture. Here it is. Yeah, so I saw this MySpace picture with her, with the ferret. And I was like, oh yeah, shit, she used to have purple hair all the time. She doesn't have purple hair there. And I was like, oh, the lip ring and everything. So I was kind of like, here's another girl to go after. But what actually ended up happening was I was like, oh damn, this for whatever reason I wasn't just like wanting to drink with this girl and see her later. It ended up being like, oh shit, I like her. How'd this happen?
That was the ferret picture? Ferret's cute.
Yeah, that ferret smelled like shit though.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're great.
And by the way, Tommy, there's a big difference when you're not married
Putting
and
up
married.
on there.
What's that?
Picture
like
you.
if something happens to you, like you don't get charged for
I
their
saw
medical
that.
bills.
It was only up for a second.
You're such an asshole.
It was only up for a second. I opened the wrong picture.
Ferret's cute.
What did Jesse say? What's up, Jesse?
Well, like there's shit that like there's a lot of paperwork differences between marriage. Like the fact that my parents weren't married when my dad died, it kept us from having to pay $1 million bill.
Are you kidding me?
So you saying before?
Yeah, they were gonna get married in like 6 months or a year if he would have been alive. If he would have been and then died, we'd still be bankrupt.
Oh, jeez.
Because of a lousy little thing called a piece of paper called marriage.
Yeah. Well,
You don't even need it.
look,
you know.
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling that for Joe to Lee and get married. That's fucking.
No. I'm just trying to like, cause you made it sound like, hey, you're married. I was just fucking.
No, I think emotionally, I would say. I'm not saying, you know.
No, otherwise you're 100% right. I just fucking threw that out there because it blew me away when I figured all that shit out.
Sure to Lee is that she's not married. She's absolutely sure that you're not. I mean, I look, me and Andy lived in 2 different apartments. You know, we've been together almost pushing 4 years now. You know, we've been married almost pretty much from day one. But we weren't married until we went to Denmark in her eyes. You know, to me, I wasn't going anywhere, you know.
Right.
But that's just the way.
There you
It's between men and women, you know. I just look at things differently, you know. Especially me, I'm nuts.
I want to marry. I wonder if Leah would let me get married to a guy. Like if I got into that, like bisexuality, if I could be married to a guy but live with her.
Yeah.
Or if I could just marry her and fuck guys.
You
know,
ever sucked a dick, Cronin?
No, almost once.
Why?
That
comes out.
I was in a shower, and I was making a joke like I'll suck your dick, and I almost did.
What? Really?
I'm kidding. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I'm just kind of turned on. I want to keep the story going.
No, I didn't. I did touch it though, and that is real. I kind of like spanked it a little bit.
That's kind of a little gay.
It's really gay, but I'm not gay, so I was like, I don't fucking care.
Was it Tazovich?
No, it was someone that nobody knows, so it doesn't
He's
matter.
hung like a horse, according to him.
Yeah, he probably just went to high five him, you know?
We have the same conversations, like.
Oh my god! Oh my!
2 minutes in, I'm already rolling.
This is why you gotta be here. This is like crazy. This is hilarious. Like we had a good night tonight.
Last time I was on here, this was the same talking about the same things. Tommy being creepy in the park and Tosovich's dick.
He's jerking off on a bench, looking at girls go by, dreaming of the chase.
I don't think I'm creepy at all. No one's ever accused me of being a creepy besides you.
No, it's not creepy. I mean,
I'm only kidding.
I love creeps.
I hope so. No, but if you think I'm creepy, that's okay. I just want to know. Like,
I think you're creepy. Like I'm joking that you're creepy. I know you're not really creepy.
I play a creepy character.
When you after about 30 more years, when you're still doing it, it'll be creepy.
It was kind of creepy in that video when you were running around in the fucking apartment like an owl.
Weird. That was weird.
Did you get him fucking laughing when he was doing
that? It made me laugh.
I was trying so hard not to laugh.
I was laughing because you were laughing. That's my problem. I was like,
I
oh
lost
my
it at
god.
the Chuck Norris poster.
I was looking at one of your videos with your kid, and you had told me that you put on some pounds in the last couple months, and I was like, yeah, Joe put on some pounds. And then I'm looking at the video of me, and I'm like,
oh god.
What? I put on some pounds. I'm sitting there goofing on Joe for putting on weight, and look at me, I'm fucking 10 times fatter.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. It's weird. Like I gained. It was just a year ago. It was last year that I was like, oh my god, I'm 180 pounds. What is going on? What is going on?
230.
I'm 201 now.
I mean,
a year later, a year after not believing that I was 180, I'm 200. 200 pounds at 30 years old. What the hell is going on? So I need to run. I'm starting to eat that. I'm going to start eating Diamond Dallas Page's regiment that he's listed on his site that he just helped Boogie 2998 out He's on his website. He's on his video. That was really cool. He went to his house and everything, do yoga with him.
Oh, really? With Boogie?
Yeah, with Boogie. DDP went there because people kept saying to DDP, go help Boogie. In fact, I sent him a YouTube video and said, hey, DDP, you should get involved with this Boogie guy, not only because you can help him, but also it's just a good platform. And if there was someone you're going to help with the 2 million subs that he has. And lots of other people did that, I guess, too.
There.
He went there.
Bang.
Bang! Yeah, and then he went there and he did a video with the zombie guys, too. Go watch it at some point later. It's funny. So I'm gonna eat. So he makes a lot of these salad things. My problem is variety. Like what I would ask him if I could have. I should have asked him when we had him on, and I'll probably send him an email or something. But because I think he's gonna make his way up here when he gets to New Hampshire. I think for his next workout, he had a bigger one in Boston recently, but we couldn't get involved with that because I missed out on it. But when he comes back again, he told me, we're gonna work on this, and I wanna work with him on food because. Eating salad every day is fine, but the problem is I need variety. So I need more choices of different things to do, not just eating that same salad all the time, which is something he does.
Why does it always have to be a fucking salad?
Right.
Vegetables, man.
Yeah, I mean salad, vegetables, but then some other things too, and he's got some of those, but they're on the DVDs. You got to buy them, and that's what I got to get into. I'm missing some of that stuff, so I want to ask him about that. But I think we had to
do whatever the fuck you want to do. I just lost 20 pounds in 3 or 4 months just by doing the basics. I didn't need, I took some of what he said on his YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But I don't need his fucking DVDs.
No, right.
I memean, you don't have to do exactly what he says. Do what you want. Get your variety.
Yeah.
Take the basics, like cutting calories instead of eating a bunch, a sandwich for lunch or something that has carbs and shit. Switch with vegetables for a meal.
Well, that's the thing is
people goes a long way.
People don't realize you can do all this yourself. There's a calorie. Yeah,
exactly. That's
anybody listening wants what's in the food, and you can scan it. You make sure that you're under. Like mine wants me to be under 1,400 calories a day to lose the weight, and it works because I did it. I did this last year, and I lost fucking a ton of weight.
I used that little app you were talking about. I used it for my first month, and then I just kind of went with the motions because I could just figure it out after that.
Right.
But for a month, I used that. I used apps and shit, and that really works.
If you keep to those calories, you don't eat a ton of fatty stuff, and then if you just do some little exercises, you do like 15-minute run, and then do like 30 sit-ups, 50 to 100 jumping jacks, and then just do some arm movements and some things. I mean, it's unbelievable. You lose the weight. There's nothing else to it. You lose the weight. Now a guy like Boogie, it's different because he's huge and he's got to do all this. He's just doing the basics too, but you're going to burn weight. One of the things in the video they talked about was Boogie going to the restroom, saying he was tired going to the restroom. But if he just did what Diamond Dallas Page did with him for 20 minutes a day for about a week, he would end up going to the restroom one night and be like, holy shit, I'm not out of breath. And then the next step, you do a little more, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, you're like, damn, I can walk around for half the day and I'm not tired. And then you just build up that endurance, and you build up the endurance to do more exercises, and you feel better. You continue to feel better, and it makes it easier to eat better food when you feel better, and you feel positive, and you continue rolling on this motion of losing weight, and you did it yourself, and holy shit, you have the power to do it. Anyway. My DVD is $100 and it'll be coming out next. I don't fucking know. What did I just go into? Tommy, what's
Tony
up?
Robbins, everybody. He's talking to Andy.
Oh, get her on the show. Get her and Leah to do a little conversation. I'll pay your wife $50 for every word she says that I tell her to.
You're like almost going into Bret Hart every time.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh my God! Don't you stop that.
Get the shovel. Get the all new.
Oh my God.
Winter time's coming up in Canada, so we all have to get ourselves ready. Get a snowblower, get a shovel, and if you're gonna get a shovel this winter, you want to get the all new Bret the Hitman Hart shovel. Or get its sister, the Anvil. You'll use this to scoop all the snow out of your driveway this winter. There'll be nothing like it. Guaranteed to last 10 years or longer, because the Hitman says so. The best shovel there is, the best shovel there was, the best shovel there ever will be.
Sorry. What?
I like it.
Yeah.
It comes with a lifetime warranty. Unlike my family members.
There's a guy in a thong on the page. What is this?
What? What do you mean there's a guy in a thong on the page?
Look, what is this? Am I like not seeing this picture right?
What are you talking about?
It's like a butt.
I can't see what you're looking at. Oh, those are advertisements, Leah.
Advertisement?
Yeah, the advertisements. Those are the.
What is it?
Those are the advertisements. Reasons Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen sucks.
It looks like a butt.
It is a butt. It's a guy's ass.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Why?
I don't want to look at some dude's butt. Not thong.
Depends on the Depends on the butt.
No.
The back, it's like a lower back is all hairy and stuff.
Yeah.
I like it hairy. I like the back being hairy. By the way, I'm going to be giving away a couple Money in the Bank DVDs soon, so all you insiders who are in here that know that, get ready for that. I don't know how we're going to announce it. I think I'm going to do it during SummerSlam because SummerSlam is our 1-year anniversary of doing the show, and I was at Money in the Bank, so you kind of see me a bunch in the pay-per-view, so I think that's kind of neat, I guess. Or it's really creepy. I don't know. Or it's really self-serving. I don't know.
What are you gonna do about that, Mr. Dan, piece of garbage? Oh, and by the way, Joe, Leah was delicious.
Every time I come on, I'm gonna hear that.
Oh my god.
He did a parody of, you know the thing Tommy did?
Yeah, he did, and I didn't laugh at it at all.
No, me neither, but I just love how, I don't know, every time, even when he does shit that's not even related to you, he like, does your promos. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, I noticed that
He'll
too.
say something, even if he says, like, all right, I'll see you guys next time. The way he'll say just everything he says, I'll be like, that's how Joe does it.
Yeah, he's completely copied me. You gotta get your own style, man. People are gonna be like, who is this guy? Get your own style. Be like, I'm Small Afro Games. I'm Small Afro Games.
69 likes. Pretty soon he's gonna be pumping the 69 likes thing.
Yeah, he like took all my. He's trying to take all my things. You know, it'd be funny if like in 10 years he got really good at everything, and then like he became like a millionaire doing all the things that I did. And I was like angry somewhere drinking the vodka. All right, hey Jesse.
And Tommy's back.
Tommy's back. Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Can you take over for a second? I gotta pee real bad.
Absolutely.
All right, handle the ship, sir. Don't sink it.
I wish I
I'm
could.
not confident enough.
Oh yeah, I
to
forgot
handle
Leah
it.
was here. Just have Leah have an orgasm.
Whatever. Oh.
So Leah, he didn't do that stuff right away, but he does it now. It doesn't make you. It doesn't bother you now. He says all these dirty, filthy things now.
Oh no, he hid that for like a good 6 months. Yeah.
Men are disgusting, aren't they?
I'm used to it now, so it doesn't even like. I
Did
don't
it
know.
drive you crazy at first?
What?
Did it drive you crazy at first?
Oh. No, I was kind of more like, what the fuck? And then I just got used to it.
Well, I was telling Andy just now that you know, you kind of think it's a little strange and creepy that I'm open about being attracted to other women and what have you, but I just don't do it because it's the wrong thing to do. But you know what she said? Her comment was, she goes, "I'd rather you be out with it than keep it to yourself." You know.
That's true.
Well, the thing is, it's like, it's not going to, in my response to that is, it's not going away either way. I'm going to feel that way no matter what. You're just going to have to trust me that I can keep my word as a man. You know, and that's the truth. I mean, I'm joking around, but that's the truth. That's the way I explain it. I've only cheated on one girl in my entire life, in all my relationships, and I was never one of those guys that bounced around. I always had like the year girlfriend in high school, you know, the whole year.
Why did you cheat? Like, I'm always curious, because, like, I could never do that. If I wanted to be with somebody else, like, I'd just be with somebody else. Like, I wouldn't be with two people. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's like when I'm with somebody, I don't really think about other people, I guess. It's like the opposite of you.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, no, that's not true. When I think of relations, to put it politely, no, I do think about my wife. But, like, it's like, when I see a pretty girl on the street, you know, I'm like, wow, that's nice. You know, that's really more. No, when I think about, no, I do think about.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Gavin, what are you doing?
I was just listening.
Yeah, you're just listening. Go to bed.
Yeah. Not for Gavin.
Yeah.
It's not for Gavin. But I mean, yeah, like I was saying before, it's just about being open about it. Oh God, I had something really good to say, and I totally forgot. And that would have been
A
wonderful.
lot of people
Do you have a
like-
snappy comment, Jesse? This is where you.
No,
come in.
I actually not just snappy, but I think this topic gets black and white pegged a lot of times. People don't look at the gray area that.
That's true.
Some people fucking don't. I don't know. I don't understand why people cheat either. I say you either fucking call it quits or you fucking. I don't know. You have to bring it up in the relationship. You have to tell each other what you want, what you feel, and then you compromise. Communication, compromise. Those are like two key fucking things.
Oh, absolutely. I would agree with you totally. But I'm thinking about the cheating situation. I didn't cheat until I was like 34, 33 or 34, which is bizarre because you think I would have done it earlier.
Yeah, see, I can understand it more as like some dumb little kid in middle or high school or whatever.
And I didn't do it once when I was from the time I was 15 till the time I was about 34 years old. But the situation was a little different. My wife had just bounced in me, and I got involved with this woman. And here I am. I was trying to transition to Germany on my own, and I quickly found out through her help. We just started seeing each other that I was not going to be able to do it on my own because there was all this shit that I did not know about how to get an apartment, about what to do, what government agency to apply to be legal here. It wasn't just, I thought I just had to make the army happy and what have you. So what happened was, I mean, she gracefully or nicely kind of helped me with that. But helping me with that turned into holding it over my head. And I'm sitting there trying to stay here for my daughter, which is my absolute number one priority. And it got to the point where, like, if I pissed her off, we were in an area where I could be totally screwed and sent back to the States. So during this time period, I really found out I just didn't like this person. I thought she was just fucking weird and mean, But I had to, like, bite my tongue because of my daughter. And during that time, yeah, I cheated on her. And it was the only time that I've ever done anything like that. It was just like I was screwed. I had to let her help me, and I couldn't piss her off because if she just walked away, I couldn't. I never saw my daughter again. So what I ended up like, I cheated in the first girl that walked in front of me. When I thought I pulled it off. And then when I got comfortable and situated, it sounds cruel, but I let her go. But she drove me batshit insane. So, I mean, I think that's why a lot of people cheat is they just feel trapped because I've never done it before. I never had the desire before. But then again,
Leah's gonna cheat on me then.
Well, then again, too, like if I ever had a problem, it's kind of like what Leah said too. Like if you don't like somebody, just leave them, And I've always been in a situation where I've broken up with girls before. I'm like, you're pissing me off. You're no fun, and you're mean, and so I'm out of here. But this was the one situation where I could not afford to do that. And yeah, it was kind of cruel on my part because I'm sort of using her. But it turned out she was using me anyway. And
right.
she helped me with my legal stuff and then just held it over my head. Like, I got you now, motherfucker. You want to see your kid again? You better be nice to me. Now, so I got my ex-wife doing this. Now I got my girlfriend doing this.
See, that's the stuff like Leah would say when she's mad at me.
What's that?
But like what happened to you? She says stuff like that, but I don't think she'd ever really do that. Any of that stuff.
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to. Like pack up the bags and stuff. It's a big.
Oh, that's right. That's the problem.
I don't think I'd do that anyway. I'm like just. I know I sound like an asshole the way he like told his stupid story.
You said it.
But I'm not that mean.
Yeah, you just. Well, I mean, not everybody says. Never do anything like that. Believe me, it'll be worse on you than you think. But I mean, people say shit they don't mean. I mean, I tend to agree with that.
It's like what I tend to do is like I get so it's like the worst the offenses the worse I lash out to.
By the way, what was my offense? I mean,
do you really want me to explain the whole thing?
No, not really.
Yeah, exactly. Do you really want to bring this back up again? But like it's just like when I get hurt, basically, it's like I'm kind of like I'm gonna make you hurt worse.
Make you hurt more.
Yeah.
Very average way of looking at things.
And I'm kind of like I don't know, like I feel like
Psychotic.
it's almost like I don't know how to make him like understand like this is how bad you fucked up and like and I don't know. it doesn't. I don't know. It's like it takes me like 2 or 3 days to like cool down.
I can't help you because I don't know the fuck up, and I don't think Joe wants to talk about.
I don't want to talk about it because
you gotta communicate, man. At the end of the day, you gotta communicate.
Because it's okay to embarrass me, but not other people, apparently.
No, I don't want to. Well, yeah, I don't want to. Well,
Yeah,
they're not
exactly.
here. I mean, right now, Chris is having a baby somewhere. Hey, 347, what's up? You're on. It's monetize this. This is episode 12, by the way.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on?
What you got?
What's up, man?
I just saw your number on the bottom. I was like, what the hell? I ain't got shit else to do, so I figured I'd call you guys.
Well,
you got girl problems?
We're good for
Your stream
that.
is fucked up badly.
What is the stream?
Like, it keeps pausing.
Oh, really?
I've had no problem with it. I'm watching. Oh shit, we lost half our viewers just now.
Oh yeah. So did this just happen or what happened?
Oh wow, it's dropping like a rock.
Oh yeah, something weird.
I had it on mute. It's been on that fucking picture with the.
You gotta click refresh, is what it is.
I'm looking at it right now. It's okay.
It's been like that for about a half hour.
Yeah, but it just happened now. I mean, like I literally came back.
More like 20 minutes. Sorry.
We had 30 users or 30 listeners, and it just like within the last minute, it's just like.
Yeah, I'm glad you let me know. Yeah, there's something up with the stream. I'm looking at it too on YouTube. It says your bit stream rate has dropped and increased and dropped. So yeah, something's going down. I think we gotta end the show anyway. It's getting pretty late.
So.
Yeah, it is coming back. But I suppose we should be wrapping it up pretty soon anyway, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Because you know my bedtime in Canada is about 9 p.m. And if I don't go to bed now, I'm gonna be spanked.
Yeah. I really wanna fuck. I really wanna fuck. I really wanna fuck. You can send that to your girlfriend, you know? Like, you know, she's gets that Valentine, you know, you've been with her for 2 years, you're in 11th grade, and she hasn't given it up yet.
Yeah.
Really wanna fuck, really wanna fuck.
Hey, for calling in and saying,
yeah,
was fucking up.
I gotta say thank you. Yeah, very much. I totally skipped over that. Thank you for calling the show and letting us know. Anytime that ever happens, for sure call me and let me know. That dude was cool. Let me know because we had no idea. I mean, I guess we could have just kept going and it would have, because honestly, it didn't affect anything other than we became aware that the show shut down. But if that had happened, I need to fix something. It was really good that he called in. So good shit. I appreciate everyone for being here tonight. A lot of people, you know, it's late night, you know, can only listen for 20 minutes, an hour. Some people fall asleep, all that type of stuff. So to get 38 likes tonight was really cool. I really appreciated last week. Really did really well last week on Monetize This. It was our 12th, or was our 11th show. This is our 12th one. And we got 69, or I don't know what the likes are now, but when we were done, the thing was at 69, 70 likes, which I think was the most times people clicked the like button on a Monetize This. So thanks for sticking the thumb where the sun don't shine.
Yeah.
We got anything else?
I don't know. Want to talk about Israel?
Oh yeah, so let's go. Or North Korea with some more tests on their fake weapons that they bring out there all the time.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell? What did you guys bring up so far, or what have you guys done?
I have a final statement.
Okay.
You might. Oh, I can't put a web address in here. I will no longer make political posts on Facebook ever.
Wow.
Again. I'm no longer doing it.
That can't be true.
No, it is. I'm done. I don't think my wife believes. She just kissed me goodbye to go to work. But I don't think my wife believes that either. No, I'm not. I think it's the whole Israeli thing and all these jerk-offs that I see on my site pissing and fucking moaning about wacky Christians and the same fundamentalist Christians, and they're completely outraged about what Israel's doing to a real fundamentalist wacko group of people. So I'm just like, why do I do this? Why am I posting this crap? You know, what's the point? Like, the only time I ever get a fucking decent conversation is at a Tazovich anyway. Why do we
exist?
You know? So I'm done. I'm done with my politics. I'll never hear it. I'll make comments on here. That's it. I'm only posting funny mimes and cat videos. That's it.
There'll be memes.
Yeah, memes, mimes. Maybe I'll do mimes too.
You start posting mimes, I might fucking get rid of you.
No more politics. I'm done.
Gotta see enough of them in Copley Square.
So you're gonna be posting mimes and pussy, yeah?
Like, everybody's stupid, and I'm just gonna tell myself that and make myself feel better.
Okay. That's what I do usually. I mean,
that's just gonna get me through the day. No more funny memes and cat videos from now on. I'm serious. You'll never see me do it again. I'm saying it right now.
Obama tells GOP to stop just hating all the time.
Did he really say that?
Wait, they put it in quotes.
Stop hating.
Stop just hating all the time.
Just did he really say it?
Quotes. It must be real.
Oh, and get some work done, he said, too. Get some work done, you bastards.
Get some work done while he's on a fucking raising money. And the whole border's falling apart. He's telling other people to get work done. Give me a break.
Well, he's telling the GOP to get work done. They're getting work done.
Yeah, here, get work done. Okay, here we got something for Obama. We got something for you, Obama. No.
Yeah. Like, what was the point? I'm going to do this anyway. I mean, like, even if I agreed with Obama with it, I mean, no matter what side, I mean, for any president, when they're outnumbered, when they're shutting down what the other side is saying, I mean, to say get work, what work? The work we want to do that you won't let us do? What are we supposed to do? Get work with changing our views? You know, I mean, I don't agree with the GOP with most of this stuff, but what do you want them to do? Change their views because you said so? I mean, you can't do that. I don't agree with that, even if someone doesn't fucking agree with me.
This air with him is like, I'm president, so everybody's got to kind of...
Well, here's what I think has happened. I think he's in the same situation they are. I think in many ways, I think both sides are so mad that they can't get anything done, they feel like. I think both sides feel like they can't get anything done because the other one won't budge, and they won't budge.
It was because of the 2010 election. And everybody forgets that. The House, I mean, look, he had the House, the Senate, and the executive branch, and he lost it.
Right.
It's his fault. He lost it. He wasn't able to, I mean, he banked everything on Obamacare, and here we are.
Yeah.
You know? And I got to be perfectly honest here. I'm not one of these people like, hey, you guys got to get to work. You know what? Maybe it's better off they're not working, you know, in some issues anyway. It wasn't like they were doing such a good job before.
Don't you feel like once that happened in 2010 that we were on pause, you knew we were on pause again until the next election?
I wanted to be on pause because I thought the direction was awful. But, I mean, it's just like, I think it's like, you know, everybody's saying the system's not working. Well, I think it kind of is. I think everybody's kind of split. And, well, if everybody's split, nothing's getting done. You know, I mean, if all four of us couldn't agree to do on Monetize This, it wouldn't happen. We agree to that?
Yeah. No, that's right. I guess you're right. It is really close and it's split, and
everybody's split. So
maybe
it
gives everybody some more time to think about what could actually be needed here.
Garbage. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Joe, Leah was delicious.
Delicious.
Let me tell you something about Maggie. Let me tell you something. I was down the street at Bryson's shoe outlet.
That boy has a heavy lisp.
He might be a cousin.
I think he's only half white.
Oh my God.
Before Jared. He doesn't listen anymore, does he?
I don't even know.
He's not poor. He fucking went to WrestleMania, for Christ's sake, I think.
Yeah. And spent $500 on gas too.
Yeah.
Can I get some change? I'm on my way to WrestleMania.
I think it's funny that he had no idea how far Louisiana was from...
I know, dude, that was hilarious. You were trying to have that conversation with him, and you're like, you know, Jaron, I don't think you're going to make it, man. You're not going to make it to school. I'll be fine.
I meant it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that he was that full of shit.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at, was you were like dead serious telling him like, hey, you know, I don't think you're going to make it. I'm sitting there the whole time. Because I've always kind of thought this stuff, but I was just kind of I just didn't want to bring it up. I was like, whatever, I don't care what he says.
Like, it's so uncomfortable. It made me squirm when I realized he was lying. You know?
Remember the Battleground fucking when he said he went to Battleground? I don't know if he did either.
Yeah, really? Looking back, who knows now?
I know he went to one Raw. That's why I ever believed him in the first place in the beginning, was because he has some Raw on his YouTube channel.
Brooklyn, right?
Maybe Daddy came into his bedroom that night and he did go to Battleground.
It's just funny.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. We're gonna be having some bands on the show soon. That's an uplifting thing. You know, some of that stuff you'd like to play. You know, that's fun. They'll be back. I've booked a bunch of bands recently over the course of the next few months, and put the press kits out on Reverb Nation. So. That'll be a lot of fun.
Sounds great. That rapper you found a few months back, he was a good guy.
Oh, well, we know him, actually. Hectic?
I liked his stuff.
Yeah, I like him. I like Steve. He's a little crazy, but
Yeah, because I like the fact that he doesn't like do the rap shtick off mic. He seemed like a regular dude that was really into hip hop, and I kind of just dug that. You know what I mean?
yeah, I got you there. Yeah, he is like that.
Oh, what's going on?
You think he's gonna be like fucking Flavor Flav?
Yeah, he was doing that. Well, Flavor Flav, I think it's legit with him. But you know, I see like a white guy from Massachusetts doing it. I'm like, come on, man. You know.
There's quite a few of them here now.
Oh, it's been that way in Jersey since 1990, so don't feel too bad. Yeah. Actually, back in '90, they weren't rappers. Now everybody's a rapper because they could do it because they have a computer. Before they just, looked the part.
That's a good point. Yeah, everyone has some kind of like Pro Tools or some bullshit now.
I mean, and now everybody's a musician. Oh. LBNY City 89. Your stream keeps freezing. I can't figure it out, man. I'm across the ocean. I didn't see this thing pop once, and I've been staring at it the whole time. Fuck. You're probably gonna have to re-upload this shit.
Yeah, good thing I started recording, but the problem is I wasn't recording earlier.
Well, just do it to the point where you started recording. At least you save it, and it's not all poppy and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it's 2 hours.
Thanks, guys, for being here.
I like the show tonight.
We had a good time tonight. It was a different show. I definitely want to find the part where Jesse joined because he said something hilarious. I forget what it was now, but something fucking hilarious happened.
Tony had a good call. I thought that was interesting.
Oh yeah, that whole thing. I mean, tonight was good. Monetize This, episode 12. I think it was a success. Chris Dosovich.
I didn't realize you guys went on at 8:30. I'm gonna have to check out the first hour.
Oh yeah, we went on at 11 o'clock our time, so that must have been 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah, lots of love to Chris Dosovich and Colleen and their new baby. Really pulling for them. It's good stuff.
I can't wait to see that baby, that naked baby.
I wonder if he'd be hung like a horse like Dosovich is.
I know what's gonna happen. I want to see that. I want to see the Brock. I want to see the broccoli. I'm Brock.
Do this!
What the hell's wrong with me? All right, thanks for being here, guys. Subscribe and like if you haven't. And share this all over the place, all over the planet. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you for some videos tomorrow, assuming I'm not in a hospital myself. Later. Do you like hockey? Do you like cancer? Then you'll love Tommy C from A Shot from the Point. Go subscribe to him now. Unless you're a cunt.